Dear Table Hockey World, with this speech from Bjarne, Denmark, I'm contacting you through the World Wide Web. 2018 has been an interesting table hockey year. For me, I didn't expect to re-enter the executive committee of ITHF when 2018 was starting. But now I'm there again, together with good people, really people who are able to work and who have some ideas how to develop table hockey. That's Igor Savelyev from Estonia, Mikhailo Shalomai from Ukraine, Sal Capicci from Canada, and Edgar Zeitz, the world champion. And the World Championship is one of the biggest and most interesting events we are looking forward to in 2019. We are going to visit Minsk in Belarus, and we hope for a very successful and interesting event. There has been quite a discussion about the game, and this is the game we are using to play table hockey with. But concerning Belarus, there has been a debate about whether we should use the old games or the Stiga 21. Right now we have the information from the organizers of the World Championship in Belarus that they will use the new game but the old pucks. So this is the official information concerning the World Championships. I'm not doubting that it would be very interesting to visit Minsk. I was there in 2018 and it was a really great experience with some nice guys in the organizing team of a smaller tournament in Belarus. The World Championship will be a huge event and it's also a big job for the organizers. I will wish them the best of luck and I'll do my very best to help them if they want during the championships. There are many categories now, so there's a lot of things to prepare. We expect a lot from the games, but also from the events. An event like the World Championship is a big one and we hope that it will be a great event in Belarus. I love to visit Minsk, but in my world the best thing is not concerning this championship, but concerning every championship, to elect the host. It doesn't matter whether it's the European Championship or the World Championship. The delegates of the different member federations should have the chance to vote, not like this time just finding the host. The World Tour is another topic that we have been discussing in the executive committee of ITHF, and we published some ideas a Friday night at 10 o'clock. Of course, when publishing things at 10 o'clock at Friday night, we should expect some reactions. But it's very important for me to say that it's not the intention of the executive committee to damage the World Table Hockey Tour. It's our intention to award organizers doing a great effort to make the best tournaments. We want to award organizers who manage to attract a lot of players, but also a lot of the good players. That's why we decided to upgrade Talent Cup. And in connection with this topic, it's very important for me to say that Igor Savelyev, he said, I will not vote here, of course, because he's the organizer of Talent Cup. But the rest of the executive committee decided that, of course, Talent should have the chance to also organize a Super Series. And the Super Series are the most important tournaments and the most prestigious tournaments in the World Table Hockey Tour. But it's not the only tournaments. And it's also important to say that even though you perhaps will not manage to have a certain number of players from top 10 and top 25 of the world, you could still have a Super Series. For example, a tournament like Swedish Masters is having a huge history. Of course, this is one of the most important tournaments of the world. Another tournament like Czech Open is also very important, even though it perhaps will not meet the requirements about having a certain number of players in top 10 or top 25. But as I remember Czech Open, I've been there many times, it's really an interesting tournament with trophies in all categories, veterans, juniors, ladies, which makes the tournament very special. So even though you don't have a certain number of players in top 10 or top 25, you should of course apply to have a Super Series, also because you attract players from 14, 15, 16 countries. Another topic is the club transfer system, which we don't have. But we are intending to make a club transfer system. We have already in one of our ITHF newsletters, which we send out to you, the contact people from the different nations, told you that we want to change this system so you cannot change club just 1 week before a big World Club Championship. This is not in order to harm anyone. This is because we want to award, again, the clubs doing a great job in order to develop table hockey and in order to develop the players. So later here in 2019 we will vote about our proposal for a new club tournament system. In Riga Cup and after Riga Cup, I had the chance to talk and write with a lot of national representatives from the different countries. And I asked them, what are the most important things in ITHF? If you really should think about there was nothing here, what are the most important things? And the answers I got was not about getting a lot of money into the executive committee. No, the answers were that we should focus on always finding new hosts of the tournaments. For example, the executive committee, we have still not received one single application for the World Championship 2021. Okay, there are plenty of time, but still, now where the big championships are growing and getting bigger, it's not so easy to find organizers because some countries are not big enough to do it because it's really a big job. So this is the most important thing, was what we were told by many of the national representatives. Another thing was always update the world ranking. Yeah, of course, it's very important to see what your placement is in the ITHF world ranking. And we have Elena Ratchanaya doing a great job. Thank you for that, Elena. And other things were, please do everything you can to publish web pages about the World Tour so we have a chance to see what is going on. How is the tournament system and how are they doing the tournament? So this is also important. Plus the fact that we should try to make information about what is going on in the international table hockey world. I appreciate very much that this is what you find are the most important thing in the ITHF, but we should still dream, and I can promise you we are also having people dreaming in the executive committee and really wanting to do improvements also in the future. With this speech to you, I want to wish you a happy new year, and I will try to say it to you in your original language. Not all of them, but in some of them. And then you can correct me, and when I visit your country soon in 2019 and the years to come, you could try to tell me a little bit about your language. Gott nyttår, onnalista uotavota, stasni novi rok, snovim godim, laimigo, jaunogado. Happy New Year, everybody.